Now it's time to head to the countryside and have a.
Kaido.
I'm sorry, what?
Hokkaido.
Oh, yes. I thought you said Ohio, and I was like, what?
Ah, yes. They went to Ohio.
I don't think that's in Japan, but I mean, I could be mistaken this whole time. But no. Yes, they go to Hokkaido, but it's also like the countryside because that's where Kineko's from,
Yep.
out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
But that's where we're headed today. Here on episode number 18 of Jared and Al Watch Love Live Superstar. I'm
Super.
Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello, hello.
We are discussing season 2, episode number 6, entitled DEKKAIDOW, which means something.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Me either. We've done our research clearly on this.
Yes.
We begin this episode, and Natsume is trying to make the first years into a different unit than Liella.
She wants to break them off and like make a rival unit at first, and then she's like, what about a subunit?
And they're like, no, we don't want to do that. We want to help them.
We want to make them better. We don't
And she's like,
we don't want to be split from them. We have suitcases now.
My plan isn't working here. I gotta figure something else out. And then they're like, here's our suitcases. We're leaving. We're going on this training camp. Because that's what we're doing. The second years are in the club room, and they're all like distraught when Chisato comes in. She's like, what's going on? And Kanon's just like, ah.
Just suffering.
They're like, hey, you should go help your childhood friend out. And
Yep.
she's like, hey, what's going on? She's like, I wonder what we did wrong. What did we do wrong to push them away? What did we do? It's just like, yo, they already said nothing. We didn't do anything wrong. Don't stop worrying about this. It's not our fault. We did nothing wrong here.
They're just going to go do some things.
They gotta go figure some stuff out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And the rest of the girls are like, yeah, stop worrying about this. It's okay. We're gonna do things, and we're gonna roll into the festival and the regionals and everything. And then we head to Hokkaido, where there's some skywriting. And Kinko's like, welcome to my hometown!
Yeah, I didn't expect the skywriting. I also couldn't read what it said.
It was the episode title.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like, here's just a bunch of farm fields
Yep.
and everything. They're all just like, oh, we're going to go ready to do trading and stuff. Yay. And Natsume's like, what if we do something else? What if we do not running to your house? That sounds like a better idea. Shiki has a neck cramp like you.
Yep.
Because she slept poorly on May on the bus.
Yep.
May has a just awful t-shirt that is just, it has a butt cape to it, but it's like a mullet shirt.
It's a mullet shirt.
It's just something. It's
It
very
is
bizarre.
something.
I don't understand it at all.
Her wardrobe continues to be baffling.
That's 100% true. So yeah, they decide, hey, we're gonna run to Kiniko's house, and then Shiki puts all this like weird gear onto Natsume. He's like, here you go, this is a running machine, and just pushes a button, she starts running away.
And then she asks, like, oh, by the way, which direction's your house? And she's
like,
like,
oh, it's the opposite way. And she's like, okay, reverse. She's like, please stop this. And then they eventually get to Kiniko's house, and Natsume is just exhausted. Kiniko's like, hello, look at this goat. It's a goat.
It's a cute goat.
I'm going to pet this goat. It's very nice, and they're very excited for it. Then they go off and do some training. They change clothes and do some running and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get back to Kiniko's house, and they get a feast prepared by, I guess it is Kiniko's mother. This is what this wiki is saying it is.
It's her mama.
Her mama, who, funnily enough, is voiced by the same voice actress who does the voice of one Pikachu. Pikachu. So if you ever hear Pikachu say Pikachu, that is Kiniko's mom,
Amazing.
who's also Morgana in Persona 5 as well. Voices a lot of like mascot characters, it seems like.
Right.
Got that voice for it.
Isn't this a continuation of like the mom characters being voiced by like relatively well-known voice actresses?
I would have to look into that.
I thought that one of them was voiced by like Sailor Moon.
That might be. I'd have to look it up. I don't remember offhand, but
Okay, maybe I'm making this up.
I don't like. It's possible, but anyways, we also forgot when they were No, this is actually afterwards. I think afterwards. When does this happen? Either way, we'll get to it. Natsume is missing when they're getting introduced to Kiniko's mom and the feast and everything. She's upstairs editing videos, and she's like, "Oh, my smoothie videos don't make me money."
I only get 50 views.
So she's like editing the training video that she did for the first years today. It's like, I need to come up with a good thumbnail for this. And it's like doing like weird clickbaity thumbnails like drama in Liella, countdown to breakup for Liella, and then Kiniko walks up and is like, countdown to breakup. She's like, "Ah!"
No.
And Kiniko's just like, hey, we're having food. You should come down. I know. And Natsume's like, I got wrapped up in my editing. Sorry, I'll come down in a bit. Blah 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 blah. And then Kiniko's just like, hey, we got this dream that we want to surpass the first years, because she puts on the performance from the previous Love Lives that Liella was in, with the final performance they did before they got eliminated. And Kiniko's like, yeah, that performance is so good. That's what we aspire to be. We want to be able to like reach that level that they were at and also surpass it, so we can make Liella just a much better unit as a whole. Like, that's what we're trying to do here. And Kiniko basically explains how that's their dream, the first year's dream, and she asks Natsume, like, hey, what's your dream and everything? And Natsume's like, I don't really got one. I just do my thing. Like, I do what I can to make money. And we kind of get an explanation here of like, why are you so obsessed with making money? And Natsume's just like, so I don't have to worry about things when I'm older. It's like, that's it.
I was really, really hoping, and this is what I've been wanting to bring up. I was really hoping we would get more backstory on her here that is not just the backstory that we end up getting.
Yeah.
Because typically when people who are not just like garbage human beings are so obsessed with like making money, there's a reason why they're so like about getting financially secure.
Right.
And so I thought maybe that's the route we were going.
Which
and that's not the route we go at all.
Yeah, I think even then, like, her explanation here isn't probably the whole truth.
It's probably not, but
because as we will see later on, like, there's reasons for like probably why she's going down this route.
Yeah, it just, I don't know, felt dumb. I just have wanted more. I've wanted more from this character since she appeared.
Yeah.
And they continue to not give me more from this character. And I'm like, okay.
Gib.
Cool.
Gib.
You could do a lot with this, and you're doing nothing with this.
Yeah. And then Kiniko leaves her be to finish editing, and she goes down the stairs backwards.
That was so weird. We both pointed it out. We're like, why did she just go?
I guess it was probably like a ladder or something.
Probably, but it just
that's
looks
the only
like she
reason
goes
why
downstairs.
She would have went downstairs backwards.
It's so weird.
It's very bizarre. And then the first years have a little powwow in the club room, just chit-chatting about everything. They're like, oh yeah, we saw the video that the first years did of their training and everything. They look like they're doing well. We should probably like bump up their training to make them, feel more confident, because like they can do that now.
Yeah, they can totally do it.
And then Sumire is like, what if they come back though and they're better than us and they decide that we're going to be behind them? They're going to bully us. And Cuckoo's like, that's not what you thinking now. What are you talking about? Please stop that. So yeah, they have that conversation. Natsume has a dream where she's going through her various dreams that she's had in life, where like as a small child she wanted to win an Olympic gold medal, and then she's terrible at athletics. She wanted to win the Nobel Peace Prize, but she's terrible at math. She wanted to be a model, but she's not tall, I guess.
She's too short.
That's the thing that stops her. So like she has this dream. She's like, oh right, these are all my dreams I've had that I've failed poorly at, which I guess
she
like
just
now
woke up as like, well, this sucked.
Yeah. Now her dream is just like get famous via YouTube and make money that way, essentially. Yeah. And it's not working out for her again. So right. things are struggling for her. The first years and second years have a phone conversation via video calling services where like they have to put Kanan on a computer because they can't fit her in with the phone group.
That was funny. It was
It's very
essentially
funny.
like the Room all over again, where they're like, "Yeah, we can't fit you. You're down there."
Yeah. So they basically just go over like, hey, we're gonna up your training regimen while you're out there because we think you're capable of doing it. So like this is what we want you to do and everything. You know, we believe that you are able to do it. So have confidence in yourself and all that sort of stuff. So they get all that. Kanan's dad calls her and is like, hey, I forgot some things. Okay, we'll come back to this later in the episode.
Yep.
So the first years have a conversation where they're like, man, they're giving us this more training. I don't know if we're ready for this yet. Like, this is a lot. It's a lot what they're wanting us to do and everything. And Natsume kind of runs over to them and is like, hey, why are you complaining about this? Like, this is what you want to do. This is your dream. Like, they are acknowledging that you guys are improving at a steady rate. They want you to get better. Like, this is what you want to do. Like, you need to stop complaining about this and get up and start doing it because you guys can clearly do this. And you're trying to hold yourselves back for just no reason or just dumb reasons that you're coming up with. Like, go out there and do the things you want to do. This is your dream. You're going to succeed. Like, don't worry about it. Which rolls back around to, like, how she was in the first episode where, like, you know, she gave that good motivation. That push to Kineko. Like, she's very good at being, like, the motivational speaker of the group. I'll just be like, yo, you guys can do this. Have confidence. They're like, no confidence. Have confidence. Confidence. We've got confidence. Which, like, I find it's an interesting dichotomy that she has, and we'll get to this later on, obviously, but, like, she herself feels like she's not good at anything. And she doesn't have that confidence in herself, but she's very good at instilling confidence in others. So she has to figure out exactly how to do that within herself, and that's kind of, like, what the conversation she'll have with Kanan later in the episode is essentially about.
Right.
But they the first years go off, they start trading. Natsume films them from across the street for whatever reason.
For whatever reason, it's so
and
strange.
She does some stretches with them and all that sort of stuff, and then
gets to drink their water bottle when they're running.
Yep. And then Kineko prepares a homemade hot bath for her. They have a little chit chat about dreams and everything, and Natsume's still like, yeah, I don't have a dream. I don't know what to do and all this. And then there's a bear stalking him in the background. There's a bear coming.
There's a bear.
Natsume also says money in the saddest way possible. She's like, money. It's the least hype money she has given this entire episode. And then the bear comes after her.
Bear.
And she's like, what do I do? Do I run for the house? I don't know if I can make it. Do I get the other girls? What am I going to do?
Wait, you're not supposed to run from bears.
Do I play dead? No, that's not supposed to work. And then, like, the bear comes up and pulls the hood back as Kanan. Everyone's like, what are you doing?
We were both just so confused by this.
And the explanation doesn't help because she's just like,
no.
Yeah, my dad forgot some stuff and I came to bring it to you guys. And Natsume's like, why are you dressed up like a bear? And her explanation is like, I don't know.
Yeah, like none of why she's there or why she's dressed as a bear makes any sense.
She brought them like a bag full of like water and something and like, I guess goods. Like, that's it.
That's it.
From always what we see. Like, they don't really say like anything else. Like, why did you bring stuff and all this?
And she went all the way to Hokkaido for it.
I don't know. It was weird.
It's insane. She could have just, I don't know, done a call.
Yeah, but I feel like her true meaning for going there was, I'm going to recruit Natsume.
Well, it was, but at the same time, I was just like.
But it's a very roundabout way to do it.
Yes. It came across as very strange.
Yeah, I guess for like Kanan is probably like something like, this isn't the kind of thing I would want to do over the phone. Like, I have to do this in person to like, kind of to do what I want to do, especially with like what she does, where like she does the little dance steps with her to be like, hey, this is fun, you should be able to do this. And it's an interesting way to show it because like Natsume kind of picks up to it very quickly. But as we've seen previously in this episode, with her dreams and everything, she's done a lot of different things, so she's gonna kind of have like a general idea of a lot of different avenues of stuff. Like, she's not gonna be like person who excels at one particular thing. Like obviously she came with like her video editing and all that sort of stuff. But when it comes to like school idol stuff, like she kind of probably is able to kind of do everything pretty generally. Like she's good at kind of like every little aspect. She's not like a standout at any of these particular things, but like she's
Jack
kind
of all
of
trades, master of
yeah,
none.
exactly. So like her being able her going for all of those dreams previously in her life has kind of prepared her for this to like give her all these different avenues of like I have experience doing this sort of stuff before,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is kind of an interesting way to go about it because usually it feels like every character kind of has their one thing that they're good at, and she's kind of the one that's just like I can do kind of everything, and that's okay. Which I thought was a fun way to kind of go about that. But again, I totally see your point of like they aren't really giving her a lot of like actual backstory. This is kind of like a lot of inference that we have to make as viewers watching the show.
Yep.
So it's a very weird kind of catch-22 here of like, there's definitely things you could do that are interesting with this character, but the story itself hasn't really gotten there yet, or at least hasn't shown that it's wanting to get there yet.
Right.
But yeah, essentially, Kanan's just like, "Hey, you don't have a dream yourself? Come with us. We will prop you up with our dream. Like you can
Be a part of our dream.
be a part of our dream." And like she also kind of explains like, "Hey, like failing is okay. Like if you failed at your dreams before, like that's fine. That's an experience for you. You get back up, you learn from that, and you move on." And also, it's a good thing to have other people if you just like prop up your dreams and everything, or like help you with your dreams and support their dreams as well. Like that's something that like it seems like Natsume really hasn't had previously,
Mm-hmm.
at least from the brief stuff that we've seen from her in terms of like backstory and like outside school stuff.
Right.
So that's another thing that like she can kind of that Kanan can show to her, be like, hey, this is a good thing that you will be able to have if you join us and everything. So yeah, they do the little dance stuff, and then the grass around them lights up as a rainbow, and
Bear
Natsume's like,
drugs.
whoa! Yes, her bear drugs have kicked in, and then essentially we jumpstart or we go forward in time to the school festival,
Mm-hmm.
and they are wearing some outfits, that's for sure.
They look like hot messes. It's a disaster.
It's a mess of things, like bright colors everywhere. They got like neon light LED strips on their outfits that glow in the dark, or not glow in the dark, but like shine up when they're on stage and everything.
They have like pumpkin shorts.
It's so weird.
There's a lot happening.
It's a lot happening here.
There's a lot happening, and I don't know that any of it's actually good.
But yeah, they're all there. Natsume's like, "Are you sure you guys want me to be with y'all?" And the first year's like, "Yo, you did well in the training camp with us. You are definitely okay to be with us.
One of us.
One of us. One of us." And then they do the full group thing for the first time.
Count
which is
to
fun.
9.
And then they go off and perform a new song, Vitamin Summer, which I believe I mentioned to you sounded like a Kids Bop song. It's very weird. Like, just musically and lyrically, it sounds like it's a children's group song.
It really does. It's
so
so
bizarre.
bizarre. They like talk about coconuts at one point.
It's weird.
Like nothing about this was something that I liked.
No, it's like, I just kind of like, huh. This is something.
That sure is a performance.
Yeah.
They sure are performing right now in the sky on a floating star. Because that's what happens at school festivals.
Vitamin Summer.
I'm surprised that they didn't go with something about coconuts, but Vitamin Summer. There was the cool high five line at least.
Yeah, that was fun. It's a weird song.
It's a weird song. It's not one that I would like actively seek out to listen to again. Ever. Ever.
Oh man.
It was very strange, and my brain immediately went to this like intro song from the VHS tape for a Goofy movie that I was just like, this is the same like genre.
That's definitely a you thing you would do.
Yeah, I sent it to you and it was like this. It's the same. I don't know. Like it was a very strange performance and a very strange song, and I can't say that I liked it.
Yeah, like yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
It was weird, very weird. Um,
Coconuts.
but that's essentially how we end the episode.
Yep. We have 9.
The 9 are here, and now we have half a season left to figure out how they're gonna win Love Live.
Yep.
So we'll get all to that through the last half of the season. We got some brief notes and trivia real quick.
Okay.
Our NHKE broadcast exclusive end card is of the first years in these
What?
weird outfits.
Oh no, not the outfits.
And this episode also marks the animated appearance of Kiniko's mom and Natsume's younger self.
All right, baby version.
Baby Natsume.
Baby money.
Baby money. Money.
Money.
Next time, we will be discussing season 2, episode number 7, entitled "You Are Ren Hazuki."
You are.
Better hope you got your premium currency ready. Hope you got that gacha luck going for you, because you got to pull this "You Are."
Oh boy.
And
I mean,
we know,
she did get. She got into video games recently,
True.
so.
we all know gacha luck is not a great thing. So
No, it's not. I don't even want to talk about it right now.
I guess we'll figure out why Ren is an ultra rare now, and why she is that, and what's going on in this episode and everything. Next week. No
Next week.
Ghost Girl again this week, which is
Yeah, no
again
Ghost
very
Girl.
strange how they introduce this character, like this villainous character, rival character, and then are just like, whoop, see you later.
Gone.
Like, I mean, I guess you're gonna be a big thing when Love Live kind of the competition starts and everything, but like, we could check in every once in a while, maybe, or something.
Yeah. Like maybe even just like them watching a performance of hers on their phones or something to keep up
Yeah.
with her. Like even if it's just a small nod that she still exists, that would be fun.
Yeah,
Nope.
she's a ghost.
She's a ghost.
So there is that. But yeah, we'll get into URs and everything next week.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, if you would like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You'll also find columns and reviews on the site as well, If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup, and you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love Live, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
So join us next time as we start gotcha pulling, and hopefully we get this fancy URN.
Woo.
Woohoo.